When I was 23, I went to Florida to visit my friend Sophie. Sophie was my best friend in high school, but in the 11th grade, she moved to Florida because her dad was busy with his business. So after a long time of not seeing her, we decided to rent a cottage together for a month. We were searching for one online, but almost all of them were too expensive, until we found one that only cost $2,000. Me and Sophie thought it was nothing, especially for that area, so we considered ourselves lucky and rented it right away. The next day, we went there, and the guy introduced us to the cottage. We handed him the money, he handed us the keys, and he left. We then went to go buy stuff we needed at IKEA. 3 days later, weird things started to happen. Me and Sophie were sleeping in our rooms when we heard this noise at the front door. It sounded like a clown laughing. Sophie went to see, but she didn't see anything. 4 days later, Sophie went to go buy groceries and I was watching TV when I heard the same noise at the front door. I checked, but again, nobody was there. Some time passed and Sophie came back with the groceries. We started cooking until we heard that same noise again. But this time we heard something else too. It sounded like something sharp scraping against the door. And we heard laughing and someone said, "It's the police, open up." Sophie grabbed a knife for protection. She opened the door and she saw a tall man dressed in a clown costume. The clown had sharp scissors and the clown was going to stab Sophie. But Sophie was faster and she stabbed him in the leg. Then me and Sophie ran as fast as we could to the basement and slammed the door shut, locking it tight. Then we called the police. While Sophie was calling the police, I saw something weird. I saw a hand in a garbage bag. I opened the bag and, to my horror, I saw a body that was eaten alive. Sophie saw it and froze. She stopped talking to the police on the phone. Then we heard the clown banging on the door to open up. We were both so scared. Finally, we heard the police shout, "Hands in the air!" They told us when it was safe to come out, and we were shocked. The guy that rented the cottage to us was the clown. Turns out, he was a scammer that rents houses and cottages for a cheap price. And days later, he would return and kill the renter.